Hello and welcome to the Gallant Goblin. My name is Grady Wong, and it's just me and the kobolds here today because Theo is out visiting his mom in Georgia. She had a bit of a medical emergency. It looks like everything is probably okay and sorted now, but he'll be back next week. Meanwhile, of course, this was the perfect time for WizKids to send 5 giant boxes to our front porch. So we're going to be unboxing them today. And there's going to be a lot. There's this, box 1. Box 2 here. And then box 3, which has something written on it, so we may know what this one is. We've got this box. Oh, wait, nope. This box just has a cat in it. Hello, Tilly. Hello. Ah! Okay. Well. Anyway, there are more boxes, and this is gonna be a problem, isn't it? And, oh, what's that? Let's Oh, all right. Well, looks like we have Theo here. Hello,
Hi,
Theo.
I can't let you unbox things without me. I want to be there. Christmas is my favorite holiday, and when there's a lot of WizKids boxes there, I want to be here and see what's in there.
Okay, well, that's probably for the best. So,
You got a full table now with multiple kobolds, Tilly, and me barging in.
yeah, I do.
Hopefully, I'm coming in more than like 2 frames per second here. I am relying on my hotel Wi-Fi here. I'm sitting in bed, and so hopefully you can hear me okay and everything's coming through. But yeah, I really wanted to be there. Hi, Tilly. For the record, yeah, Mom is doing okay. She's out of the hospital. She is in a nursing home for physical rehabilitation for a little while. And so as soon as we finish this, I'm going to pop over there and see what's going on. But I wanted to see what we got in the mail. It's been an exciting exciting week for D&D stuff. So let's see what we got. How are you doing, Grady?
I'm all right. I'm running a lot of things here right now, so I'm gonna probably rely on you to talk. But we can.
Sure, you can be the producer.
Yeah. I have a laptop that's remote desktop to our control system over there. But I think what people really want right now is to hear from our sponsor.
Oh, well, then let me tell you a little bit about who's sponsoring this week's video, because it's pretty exciting. This week, we are sponsored by the kind folks over at Sina Una. They have a new Kickstarter going on, so let me tell you all about it. Tales from Sina Una is a brand new 200-plus page adventure anthology that supports the fantastic, award-winning 5e setting book, The Islands of Sina Una, which was inspired by precolonial Filipino mythology. The Islands of Sina Una brought us this awesome new setting and new races and monsters and player options, but the one thing we didn't have were pre-written adventures to run there. Tales from Sina Una includes 10 new adventures for various levels to help you and your group truly explore what this setting has to offer. Battle lines are drawn as Amahan and Habagat, elder wind spirits and competing gods of the seasons, declare war upon each other. The island of Aldawato shakes from within. Earthquakes threaten its people, the land, and the spirits who call it home. But rumor tells of something moving far below the surface, whose every step and sleep pushes the island that much further to the edge. Those are just 2 of the stories you can explore in these pages, plus a new player race, the Asurugo, and new subclasses, new feats, and new magic items. There is only a little bit more than a week left in the campaign, so check it out using the eye in the corner of your screen or by using our link below the video. That's Tales from Sina Una on Kickstarter now.
Wow, Theo, that was really exciting. Okay, no, that didn't sound very authentic, did it? But we're gonna go with it anyway. So for the unboxing, so this box that Tilly came in, we initially it kind of came as a separate shipment, so we weren't sure that it was from WizKids. So I did go ahead and open that because it ended up just being a box inside another box. So this is actually what was in it.
Oh, we have seen that big boy before when we were over at Gen Con 2 weeks ago, or however long it's been. Yeah, the Neothelid, or is that how you pronounce it?
Yep, Neothelid,
Yeah,
gargantuan.
yeah. That is a very cool looking mini that should spur a lot of exciting Spelljammer-y sort of. Well, that's not Spelljammer mini though, is it? That's the one from Monsters.
Yeah, this is the premium
The
figure for
Multiverse.
Mordenkainen Presents Monsters of the Multiverse.
It's still one that would fit in pretty well on a Spelljammer adventure. I think a lot of us are because we have Spelljammer and Monsters of the Multiverse coming out one right after another, and they're kind of being advertised at the same time. I think a lot of us are crossing streams with these two sets. They do have a little bit of crossover potential, but yeah, that's a very cool looking one. No window to peek into it, so we're gonna have to get it out of the box and just do a whole separate video to show that a little bit more.
You can get a sneak
yeah,
peek of
I'm
it
looking
in
forward to
our WizKids video from Gen Con, though, when we visited their booth.
Yeah, I wonder how much of the stuff that we have here is going to be from that Gen Con booth. But, you know, the amount of things that we saw at that booth, while it seemed like a ton, it wasn't even everything coming out in the next month. You know, we had a lot of folks ask us, like, where's the Ancient Red Dragons? Like, well, they didn't even have that there. And I didn't even think about it because there's so many other things. But let's keep going. What do we got next?
So this was the other thing that came in a box, and I don't think we're going to be able to go into it too much, because all it says is Mordenkainen Presents Monsters of the Multiverse Factory Set.
Okay.
So, here, let's switch to our overhead.
Factory sets.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, factory sets from... Ooh,
Kobold.
Fancy. Oh, no. Oh, no. What happened?
The druid had too many good berries.
Why is Shep face down on the table?
Too many good berries.
Yeah, we sometimes get these factory sets. So the way WizKids send us minis, sometimes they send us a case to unbox. Sometimes they send us the collector's edition when they do those collector's editions. Sometimes they just send us factory sets, which is a box of minis, a seemingly random number of minis. Although so far there's been at least one of each mini in the set, in the box. Though there are multiples, I think, of some of the commons and uncommons. So it is kind of like opening a case, but not exactly. This set is on the market already. Folks can go ahead and pick it up. We're a little late to the game, but, you know, we have to review them when we come. That's just a straight-up dinosaur.
It is. It says Stegosaurus, number 31 of 50.
Yeah, there you go. I have tried to keep myself from getting spoiled on this set, so I don't really know what's in it. I know folks in our Discord server, including Glenn, our good buddy, has gotten his case and has been posting pictures. And I just skipped over all that because I want to be surprised. You know, I want y'all to see my authentic reactions when I get a chance to look at these. So I don't know what's in this set. And we'll be doing our full case review here as soon as we get back. Although when I get back from this particular trip, we have a wedding, Grady, immediately next week. If you remember that.
No, I don't.
So we'll be going to San Diego. What is that there? Ooh, that's cool looking.
Orthon. I don't know what that is.
Orthon. No, I'm not familiar with Orthon either, so it looks pretty cool. I thought at first it was like a nicely dressed ogre from my vantage point here, but yeah, maybe we can get a closer look at those very soon here, and yeah, give our full case review. But this would be a good set if you want a bunch of monsters for your... Ooh, that helps. Zoom in. Hello. Oh, he's a big tusk boy. I know. This is those old school unboxing videos where it's just the whole thing is just trying to focus. But no, he looks very cool. He looks vaguely like a He-Man villain. So I'm excited to see more of these. But yeah, we will get on to this soon. Well, you want to move on to the next box, Grady?
Okay, I was trying to...
I know we got a lot to get through today.
Yeah, so the other thing...
It might just be easier to, like... Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway. Yeah, I'll... all right, this is why you cannot produce and present at the same time.
Yeah, we can always just put them on the round table later on and splice it in here for people.
I was going to say the thing that I feel silly about is that they had the Monsters of the Multiverse promos at the WizKids booth at Gen Con, and we forgot to pick them up. So we're not.
I didn't even realize that they were there. But yeah, usually the factory sets there don't contain the promos, so we may have to reach out to them to see if that's something we can get our hands on. That box looks upside down.
Well, so this is the last box that we have an idea of what's in it, because it says Spelljammer on the outside of it.
Ooh. Yeah, buddy. I told you these are coming out about the same time for us.
Oh, it is upside down.
Yeah. Oof. Can I just say, too, I was on Bad Luck Gamer stream yesterday talking about Spelljammer and some things. The art from Spelljammer is just so gorgeous. In the book, on the box here, like, all the art, the color scheme, and everything is just so beautiful. Oh, look at that giant, not quite miniature Boo mini there.
Well, that's just a giant space hamster.
That's exciting. Yes.
Instead of the miniature.
I can't tell, is the box a little bit like the kind of sheen, holographic kind of sheen on it, or is that just
that's the plastic
wrap on top? Okay.
Yeah, that's just the plastic wrap. The box, I don't. Well, no, the front does seem to have a sheen. The back, I don't know if it does. I think the back doesn't, but the front does.
That's cool. No, this is a really cool looking set, and I'm really looking forward to. These are the collector's edition boxes, which should have everything, including the promos inside. So that'll give us one of everything. And I believe the premium figure for this one is that Solar Dragon. Is at least one of them, correct?
There are two. One is the Solar Dragon. The other is the Astral Dreadnought. And also something else to note is that this box contains all the figures from the booster set, but it does not include the ship scale figures, of which there are like 7 fixed box sets. So you do still have to get those separately.
Yeah, so this is just the character minis, which is assuming that it's probably the same number that we usually get in a collector's box, but it is, at least the other ones are in set boxes, so you're not missing on anything that you have to get randomly in booster boxes. And I still wonder if they are trying to move away from the general booster box system, because they have done that seemingly with Pathfinder Battles, and so I'm curious if they're going to do that with the D&D line eventually. I think you are a little unfocused there, Grady, in your... they might be focused on the box in front of you instead of you. But
yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Oh. All right.
Now I'm just talking to a cardboard box over there, and a little bit of Mansions of Badness, and what's the other game in the corner there? I see some Pandemic behind you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get this set up.
I know. I see. Oh, the Zombies 15. That was a fun game, Zombies 15.
Was it though? I don't like real-time games, I've realized.
Some of the real-time games are a lot of fun. Some of them are just a little bit more stressed than they need to be.
All right. So we're ready to go back to our split screen.
All right. Here we go. Oh, the again, limited edition paint kit. Interesting. So I think I heard a little bit about this, but is there... That looks like a larger box for one mini. Is that just one mini in that set and then a whole bunch of paint? Oh, okay. The box is a little smaller than I thought it was. Okay, so that has the miniature from the Nolzur's line, some Vallejo paints, and the brushes in the water pot. Okay, so it's just a regular old paint night kit. It's just a slightly smaller mini. I wonder why it's limited edition. Because I think they're all sort of limited edition.
Yeah, I wonder if this is not like it doesn't say paint night kit. It just says paint kit. So I wonder if maybe
so it might be something a little... So, yeah, previously they were doing a lot of these in combination with some game stores to do them, like, people can show up and paint all together and make an event out of it. Maybe this is just a little something different. But Harengon is a pretty good one to do. Harengon's, yeah, I mean, that's a slightly more challenging paint job if you're trying to get kind of nice, organic-looking bunny paint on it. What else we got here? There you go. More Critical Role mini, a Forge Guardian. That's a cool-looking mini, pre-painted. Just a single figure. He has, looks like a little hunchback thing happening there. His posture is about the same as my posture. We have quite a few Critical Role minis that we still haven't reviewed yet that we need to polish off. They're sitting in my little storage room that I still need to go through. It feels like a whole new line that's just continuing on from WizKids. Guests of Critical Role. There you go. Looks like one of the little dwarves is one of the dwarves is making a run for it there. Yeah, I wish they would put the names on the back. They don't quite do that anymore. I certainly do recognize quite a few of those. Me being bad with names, it's hard to remember. It looks like these are from, at least I recognize several from Series 2, from their second campaign. One of whom is rather infamous for plot reasons, which I won't go into. I assume those are from Season 1 and Season 2. It's been so long since I've listened to Critical Role that I have to go back and do a little bit more research. Monsters of Exandria, box number 2. Yeah, the Critical Role ones are a little bit annoying for not including the names of what the creatures are on the back. Because a lot of these we never saw any art of before, right? They were just maybe described by Matt and the team. And so it's a little hard to know maybe exactly what they are. Looks like, is that woman in the coat there, does she have a gun? It looks like she might.
A gun and some sort of smoke spell effect on the other arm?
Yeah, okay. So that's a pretty fun character from Season 1. That would be a nice one to have. Also, a good one you could use for our Alkenstar playthrough. So, yeah, all right.
More Critical Role!
And here's Monsters of Exandria. Exandria is the name of the entire planet. So while they have been doing some from the different continents, here we're just going to expand it out into the entire world so they can include things from any campaign, presumably. Okay. Yeah, some really cool-looking demons there.
A lot of sphinxes.
Yeah. That they were a little bit of a running motif in... which season was that? I guess it was Season 1, when they were kind of going through the different pyramids that were out in the world and visiting them. So, yeah, that's a cool-looking box. Definitely some that you can use in various campaigns, unrelated to Critical Role. But yeah, you certainly can't, we don't have a written campaign from like Critical Role Season 1, Season 2, so a lot of these would just be fun to have, and you can incorporate them into whatever adventure you're running. They're not necessarily completely tied to Exandria. They use a lot of the standard D&D monsters. NPCs of Wildemount.
Oh, Kiri.
Yeah, there's Kiri. We love Kiri. It's a little reflective. There we go. Okay, yeah. They have some pretty good NPC minis in this. Oh yeah, there's their turtle ship captain that Steamforge Games made an unpainted mini of that we put together and painted. So we're getting a little crossover there. They had a Kiri mini as well, so maybe we can compare. Because I painted the Kiri mini and that turtle whose name I'm forgetting now. So we can compare the Steamforge to the WizKids minis. NPCs of Tal'Dorei set 2. Oh man, there's just so many different lines. So Tal'Dorei is mostly campaign 1. I see some fighters who had some pretty good one-on-one battles with Grog. So, yeah, I mean, there's some fun NPCs that you can use in whatever campaigns you want to. Oh, there's the famous gunpowder vendor who exploded a lot of things, including his own hand, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's right. Victor, also another.
Yeah, Victor. Exactly. All right. Here's Demogorgon. I think a lot of us have been wanting a good Demogorgon mini for a long time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they had a Demogorgon mini in that like classic monster set way back in like 2016, 17, or whenever it was, or even I don't know when it was. That I really didn't like because it was very underwhelming. I was gonna do a whole video on that set and just be like, this is the one WizKids set that I really don't care for. But I'm glad we're getting a new one because that mini was not great.
Oh.
And
there is a window.
There he is. That one seems to come in several pieces. Am I right?
Yeah, it looks like the two arms are separate pieces, one over on the left and the right here, and then the body with
But
the
that
two
is,
heads is its own.
yeah, that is certainly a much more impressive mini than we got before. Who really lives up to his Demon Lord name and title. I know, like we can show a little better look at these if we need to sometime, but yeah, we'll get all these out of the boxes and show you more of them as soon as I get home and I can make some more movies, make some more videos for y'all. But I'm so glad we got a Demogorgon finally.
This may not be zoomed out enough for this.
All right, so we've heard that they're doing some Elder Elemental minis as well as a bit of a new line, I believe. And so here is our Elder Elemental Phoenix. Looks. Oh, hi, it's me. That looks pretty amazing. It'd be cool if those had some embedded LEDs, but I'm sure it doesn't. No window on that, so I'm really curious what it actually looks like. I'll have to.
And there was the Ember Rock from Critical Role, but
yeah, we got that too. Yeah, it's a little bit of a different creature. And yeah, this is a straight up elemental. So yeah, I'm very curious what that looks like in real life. That could go in a lot of different ways. We'll have to see how they put that together. And presumably we'll get other Elder Elementals. We got some smaller 2D Idols packs. Which one is that? We haven't done a dedicated video on this one yet. This is Dragons of Stormwreck Isle. Grady, had a lot of people upset with me that I didn't recognize some of these Stormwreck Isle minis. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, just that they were, I guess, based on the characters from the D&D cartoon, but maybe aged up a little bit, was my understanding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's the little kid there, I guess, right?
Yeah, I'm forgetting now if this is something that they are...
This is
if
a
D&D is doing like a starter kit or something?
Yeah, it's a new starter kit. So you had the Lost Mine of Phandelver for the original one, and
the
then
starter
you got
kit.
the Icespire for the Essentials.
Dragon of Icespire Peak, yeah.
Yeah, and so this is going to be the third starter set box.
I'm going to jump in here and say, while we're looking at some Nolzur's minis, as a Beholder variant, interesting way of putting it. Yeah, we were looking at a lot of these, especially the Beholder mini, unpainted minis were out of stock for so long. It looks like we're getting some new ones, so that's very cool. But they are turning the Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is my favorite little 5e adventure, into its full campaign. So I'm hoping that we can finally get a lot of minis to support that adventure sometime next year. I haven't heard anything, but that would be great. Is that Fire Giant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turn down the lights in here somehow.
Yeah, the little reflections in the white balance is a little overwhelming. But, we are trying something new here today. And we can adjust and do things a little differently. But I really just wanted to be involved. So thank you, Grady, for setting all this up so I could be here and see all this.
It's a boat.
I just think everybody likes a good rowboat. So there's a rowboat and oars. I want to see if we have also... I'm trying to think if that Spelunker's dock included a boat in it that's set for the Warlock tiles. I think it did. So maybe we can compare these various boats. There we go. Yeah, the rowboat and oars. Always useful to have a little rowboat mini. And we have the battle map. That's the water. So you can just get that battle map. That we still need to do a video about those battle mats. And just throw that battle mat down there. And then you can use the caverns tiles if you want to build up a couple of islands. Excuse me. And then you got the little rowboat. And you're ready to adventure. Human clerics. Interesting they put... okay, very cool. Yeah, it's interesting that they instead of just like human cleric, I guess those are two different figures. Is it a woman and a man?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Okay, so usually it's just like two of the same character, like leveled up, like human cleric. But this is clearly two different characters. And they're battle wheelchairs, which is super cool. That'd be a nice thing for people to be able to get their hands on. And Deep Cuts unbranded zombies. The Deep Cuts line, sometimes it's Pathfinder Battles. Sometimes it's just like, these can be used in whatever you want to use them in. There's no branding on them. And this one looks to be a no branding one. But a zombie is a zombie is a zombie. So, is one of them carrying a lantern? That's kind of what it looks like.
Yes.
So these are a little bit more with it zombies than we usually get. So cool. What else you got there? Some, what's this, the Aarakocra Paladins. Yeah, we don't have a lot of Aarakocra minis too, so that's going to be a nice thing to get our hands on. Oh, it's so hard to keep up with all the Nolzur's minis. I know we need to make some video reviews, but hopefully you get a sense from these unboxing videos of what's out there, so you can pick them up if you want to. Some Drow Fighters. Look, it's super cool. Little tiny ones in a way, and they're thin, but look like a lot of fun. And some Dragonborn Clerics. Sorry, my video is covering up a little bit of the title, but that's just on my side. Yeah, more Dragonborn, kind of standard-y Dragonborn characters. You need some Dragonborn casters, really. And some Grungs. Oh, oop, I'm going to close my window here. What all is in there? Is that 4 Grungs or is that 3 Grungs and something else? I can't tell what that is.
3 Grungs and a wall. That looks like
3 Grungs and a wall. Nice. The wall does not make the back. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh no, it's against the back of this guy.
Oh, interesting. Okay, is the wall a separate figure? Or is it meant to be put on top of the?
It appears the wall is meant to be put on the base and then the grung on the wall.
Oh, okay. That's part of the thing. That's cool. That makes a little bit more sense. Some more Harengon. Yeah, we did get a lot of Harengon minis, even though that was one of the new races introduced in Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We also didn't get a lot of information about who the Harengon are, or where they came from, or what their skill is, which is neither here nor there, but it's nice to get a few more minis. Some Yuan-Ti Abominations. I feel like we have a lot of Yuan-Ti minis, but if you're running Tomb of Annihilation or something, you probably want a good variety of them.
Oh, ew.
Well, spiders. Giant spider.
With like a...
this little nest and eggs.
That's a little person.
I thought that was eggs, but okay. It's got a little... Oh, man. That's kind of cool. That one has a little story potential in there. You rescue somebody, make a little story out of it. And Modern. I'm always looking for more Modern minis. We still don't even have any official art of any of the higher level Moderns, as far as I know. And they haven't been in any adventures yet, really. At least to my knowledge. Like,
that's
what to do with Modern.
That's what DM's Guild is for.
I guess so, but we need some art and we need some adventures for them. Some Duragar. So that's always very cool. A lot of adventures like Out of the Abyss and the Rime of the Frost Maiden include quite a few Duragar. Some unbranded skeletons. Always good to have as many skeletons as you can get. Skeletons aren't super hard to paint. So really that was an easy one to start with.
Sorry.
Yeth Hound. D&D Yeth Hound. Sure. Why not? We'll keep on trucking here. Some Mind Flayers. Those are always popular. Pretty cool looking Mind Flayers. Looks very good. Yeah. And... sorry, I can't read it.
Halfling Barbarians.
Let me move. I have my little window where I can see myself just blocking everything. I realize I can move it. That's cool. Yeah. I like these sets that, bring us slightly different race class combinations. So Nothics are very useful if you are running Lost Mind of Fendelver. Nothic does appear in that adventure, and I didn't have a mini for it when I ran it for you guys. So this would have been really helpful.
I think we got a pre-painted one somewhere along the way, too, recently.
I don't remember. I think we eventually did get one, but when I was running it back in 2017 for you all, I did not have access to a Nothic mini. Yeah, I would love to see just a full set of a map set for that adventure, or some Warlock tiles supporting it, because there's some pretty good dungeon crawly areas like Trizender Manor and the Lost Mine of Fendelver itself. So there's a lot of stuff they could do to support that adventure, and I hope now that they are expanding it to its own campaign that we can get more to run those in a fun way, because that's the way a lot of us got started, and not having minis to support it for the NPCs, not having dedicated battle maps, kind of made it a little bit more challenging to run, and there's not more to do. We got boxes within boxes. Why don't we do a little film magic here and get that open? That box is now magically opened.
It's cardboard. No, I'm just kidding.
It is cat toys. There's one thing inside. There's Balagos that everyone has been waiting for pretty anxiously. I wonder if it comes with the Coke can, the unbranded Coke can that was in all the pictures.
I hope so.
Don't drop a red dragon on your head, Grady. Oh, man. I feel like this is very memeable. All right. Well done. I do need a GIF of that if you may know how to create GIFs. No window on this big monster, but we're going to have to... How heavy is that box there, Grady? Oh, I think Grady lost his headset.
Keep vamping. I can't hear you.
We're going to have to see how big this is compared to our ancient white dragon pretty soon. And our Tiamat.
No Coke can.
The Tiamat kind of put the ancient white dragon to shame. So, yeah, we will get this opened up and see how it is. They haven't announced what the next ancient dragon is going to be, but it took them long enough to get the white one out. And then this one. Hey, Grady.
Hello.
Just talking a little bit about below. How heavy is that box?
Does it say on the... Oh, well.
No,
it's pretty heavy. It's about...
Yeah.
I'd say it's probably heavier than a cat.
I was going to say, I'm sure you're measuring it to a cat. Yeah, we'll compare that to our other ancient dragons here really soon. And we don't need to open it right now, Grady. We'll get it out on the next video. We got to keep on trucking here. We got a lot of boxes to unbox.
No, we don't. That was the last box.
Oh, is that the last one?
Yep.
Oh, well, okay.
There were a lot of boxes. So the first two boxes were the Mordenkainen factory set and the premium. Then we had one box for just the Spelljammer collector box. One box for Balagos or Balagos.
Oh,
I don't know. And then
Balagos.
that big miscellaneous box, which.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, before we kind of sum up here, let me tell you a little bit about my favorite series. The Big Bads from Hit Point Press are incredibly useful 5e adventures to have on your literal or proverbial gaming shelf. Each physical or PDF booklet includes a new boss for your party to face off against, and they come with all the stat blocks, backstory, role-playing information, and art you need to tell a compelling story, plus story hooks if you'd like to connect them to your ongoing 5e campaigns. You can sign up for their Patreon at bigbads.com to get the physical booklets and the STL files for your minis, or you can visit their web store to pick up their digital back issues, which come with printable reference cards. You can also pick up bundles of 6 at a discount. They're great resources to have if you want to expand your stories, run a fun one-shot, or if you want to give your adventuring party a fun side quest on those days when not everyone can show up to your table. Check out their web store today at hitpointpress.com/big-bads or use our link below the video. Grady, thank you for putting all this together. I know that it was quite a lot of work to kind of get this set up on the spur of the moment. I just really wanted to be included, and I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I've got a lot of fun things to look forward to when I get home, hopefully on Monday.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and apologies for some of the video quality snafus, but hopefully we'll have reviews for all of these out soon. And
yeah, I'm coming back on Monday, and I'm going to be there Tuesday, and then we are leaving again Wednesday to go to San Diego for my childhood best friend's wedding, but we'll be back from that pretty quickly. And then next week, hopefully, I'll be home for more than like 3 days at a time, because then I went to Georgia, then I went to Gen Con, then I came back to Georgia, and then San Diego, and I haven't been home for more than a little while in a long time. So we should be, hopefully I'll be home for a good 2 months before we go off again around Halloween, but we'll get some more stuff done, all these things filmed when I get back. We have a lot of fun stuff coming up to go check out there. Yeah, there's all the news from the one D&D announcement that I kind of want to talk about at some point. I have to figure out a way to talk about all that and all the announcements that they made, Dragonlance, so much cool stuff. And then Pathfinder and Starfinder have a lot going on too. We will have a video up with Eric Mona from Gen Con that we filmed coming up pretty soon, where we go over a lot of the announcements that they made at Gen Con, because they made a ton, they announced a ton of things at once. And I really wanted to talk to Eric about that, so we got that video done. And we also have a cool video with Nate Taylor from Dwarven Forge going over their upcoming Cities Unleashed, I think it's called, something like that, or Cities Unbridled, or
Uh,
Cities Uncaged. I don't remember what it's called. Something along those
I
lines.
thought it was
Um,
unlimited, but I might be wrong.
but that's coming up hopefully sometime this fall, and so we got a cool preview of that I'm really excited about. The city set is kind of one of my favorite ones from Dwarven Forge, and I didn't get into the Dwarven Forge Kickstarter realm until after that Kickstarter, the original one, was done. So I just picked up a few sets on their web store back in the day, so I only have a little bit of city stuff, and so I am gonna have to start saving up our pennies to get some more city stuff. I think it's like Cities Unleashed or something
I
like
think
that.
it says Cities Untold.
Untold?
I don't
Okay.
know. That's the channel on their Discord. I really
Okay.
should
Well,
know
that maybe.
this.
Oh, it's hard to keep track of everything. But yes, we'll have all that coming up soon. Um,
I'm working on
Great.
editing
Anything to?
it.
No, I know, right? Anything else you're excited about coming up?
I don't know. We're gonna try to get. So yeah, we recently got Infinite Master status on Pathfinder Infinite and Starfinder Infinite, which means we're part of a group that's trying to produce content for the Paizo official releases. We get a little bit earlier access to it so that we can try to get stuff out day and date with the releases. And so we have a cryptids expansion. You may recognize that from the preview that Theo did for Dark Archive. We also have an interview with the Dark Archive lead, James Case, coming soon too.
Oh yeah.
And but we'll have a lot more cryptids for you to use in your Pathfinder games. You could probably convert them to 5e if you want.
And cryptids,
Coming
just in
out.
case people aren't aware, are like cryptozoic zoology, what they call it, where it's like these creatures of legend, like Bigfoot, and Loch Ness monster, like monsters of legend.
Yeah, kind of like, but kind of more like urban myths in a way too, right? Like kind of just like creepy story things like creepypasta, SCP, those kind of little monster things that kind of something from that could be in the real world, but is a little bit unnatural, a little bit wrong. Plays with your
Hmm.
sense of what's real and normal. But yeah, we'll have
Oh
that
yeah.
out hopefully next week for Dark Archive. And then so yeah, that's what I'm working on.
All right. Well, that sounds awesome. In the meantime, you can come and talk to us on Discord. A lot of folks are sharing their unboxings of the Monsters of the Multiverse minis there if you want to get a little head start on that. Because it's going to be a little while before I get that video done with all our travel, but we'll be working on it. Otherwise, you can always find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, Grady, thank you for putting this together. We'll be have our full reviews of all this stuff coming up as soon as we possibly can.
All right, yeah, thanks for joining us, Theo. Me and
And
the
go check out the
kobolds.
yeah, and go check out the Sina Una Tales Kickstarter before it's too late. They only have a little bit more than a week left. My mom is actually calling right now. She's probably wondering where I am. So we better wrap this up. Thank you,
All right,
Grady.
take care.
See you next time.